Stephen Mitford Goodson, who passed away in 2018, was a South African banker, author, and political activist. He served as a non-executive director of the South African Reserve Bank from 2003 until 2012. Before his death, he spoke about what he believed were hidden truths about Africa's economic situation, issues he felt some African leaders were aware of but found difficult to confront on their own. In one interview, he shared his views on these challenges and the obstacles he believed were holding the continent back. Now listen.
We cannot continue 27%, but possibly even up to 50% unemployment, 50% of the people living below the poverty datum line. This has got to stop somewhere, and it's the banking system which is the root cause of all this. And until we address it, we will continue in our downward spiral. It's our country. Are we sovereign or are we not sovereign? Do we have the right to determine the banking system that suits us? And if we do not take this decision, we will continue to be a colony of the international bankers. And the only way we can get our eventual freedom is to change the paradigm and get total control of our monetary system, where the money supply is created by the state and we have a permanent money supply, not a temporary one where banks create money and then destroy it when it's paid back. And in that manner, we can then get prosperity, we can decrease the unemployment and achieve growth rates of 6, 8, 9, 10%. It fits a pattern that if you do not go according to their dictates, they will make life difficult for you. And I believe President Zuma has adopted an independent stance, which is not acceptable to them, and that is why they are trying to undermine his rule. All sorts of allegations are made about him, and I don't know if they're true, but certainly it conforms to a pattern. And I believe that this process can continue. They want so-called rulers to serve their interests.
And what interests are those, Mr. Goodson?
In order to exploit this country, and one of the methods is, of course, to get the country more in debt, as we've seen in Nigeria and the Democratic Republic of Congo, where they currently pay 100% of their export earnings on interest. So in other words, the countries who buy the oil and the minerals from the DRC are effectively not paying it, because the money which they lend, they create out of thin air. And they want to apply this process to South Africa. And one of the tactics, and this is my own view, is that they are responsible for the murders of white farmers, because they want the food supply to be reduced. And I mean, since 2007, we've stopped being an exporter of agricultural products. And I believe they may be behind the farm murders in order to reduce our food supply, which means we'll have to import food, and we have to take up more loans, get more into greater debt, and have to pay more.
Africa still has a great deal of work ahead, and the journey towards sustainable development is far from over. Many of the current systems and policies need to be collectively reconsidered and rebuilt to better serve the continent's interests and needs. From this point of view, much of the global structure seems to work against Africa's natural path to growth and self-reliance. It is a strategic conspiracy to deliberately subordinate Africa to Western powers. The continued labeling of Africa as third world overlooks Africa's potential for real development and progress. There are many issues that don't seem to add up, and some leaders may recognize these challenges but feel limited in what they can accomplish on their own. Real change would likely require united voice and coordinated action across Africa as a continent. The African Union is making efforts to reintegrate countries in the Sahel because they now understand what they stand for. Greater unity and less division could help create a stronger front for meaningful progress and development of the continent. We only talk about corruption, but the question remains, what factors do you think are still holding Africa underdeveloped?